So if you have a money problem, you do not have a money problem, you have an offer problem. And for those of you who constantly have money problems where your money is running out before the month runs out, then you also don't have really a money problem. What you have is a way of making money problem. So today we're going to talk about offers, and I'm going to walk you through 7 steps here on how to actually take your clients on a journey with you. And when you're able to do this with the offers that you actually create and make, you solve all your money problems. And for those of you who are looking to build wealth for yourself, for your family, you're looking to be wealthy, you're looking to leave wealthy, these 7 steps will change your life. So let's begin. The very first problem that you have is this. There are people already buying. The only problem is that they don't know that you exist. That's the first problem. So the first offer problem that you actually have, if you want to change your financial circumstances and really build a wealthy life that you desire and deserve to, is you need to have a lead attraction offer. This is your top of funnel. This is like a relationship where you actually are going out, getting in proximity of the people that you want to get to know you, the people that you want to start a relationship with, just like a relationship. So building a relationship with your clients, taking them on a journey with you, is no different than a personal relationship. This is where you have to go out and say a lot of hellos, get people to see you. There's an audience out there that's already buying. There's an audience out there that has a problem. There's an audience out there that's looking for a solution. The only problem is they don't know that you exist, they don't know that you can actually solve their problem, right? So you got to go out there and say hello. This is awareness. This is your top of funnel. This is where there's a cold audience who doesn't know about you, don't know about your brand, don't know about your offer, don't know about your company, none of that stuff, right? So that's the first problem you have. You do not have a lead attraction offer. So this is where you have to create content and to be seen. You create things for people to read, to listen, to watch. Long form videos, short form videos, blogs, you podcasting for people to listen to. You can do paid ads. You can, connect with people who are in your space or space that's similar to you that already has an audience. They have a community, so you can joint venture with them. There are things that you can pay for, such as experts who have SEO, right? Who are SEO experts who can get you seen on the first page or have you be searchable, right? One of the questions that I always get all the time is, how do you find people to sell to? And that's really the wrong question. The right question is, how do you become findable? So again, if you have a money problem, you don't have a money problem, you have a lead attraction offer problem. That's the first step. Second step is, leads are the oxygen for your business, just like our bodies. If we stop breathing, we die. And if you stop generating leads for your business will eventually die. It will fail because everything is downstream after leads. So again, if you do not have a money problem, what the second problem you have is you have a lead generation offer problem, right? So this is where once you create content or you paid ads or you are joint venturing or you do a podcast or you write a book or you do long form video on YouTube, it doesn't matter, right? When they see you, your job is to take that audience who's just people who have not seen you for the first time, and your job is to take them from people to prospect. If whatever you share with them connects with them, the next step is taking them from awareness to interest. And this is just like a relationship. When you see somebody and you have interest in them, you're going to ask them on a first date so that you can get to know them and that they can get to know you. So that is a lead generation offer problem. Third, I really believe that most people sell or make offers at the wrong time. And I believe that the best way to make an offer is this. if you can really show your clients that you can help them get results after they buy, is to show them how to get that same result before they buy. So the third problem you have is a lead conversion offer problem. This is where an audience, you give them something like a lead magnet or a PDF, a mini course, a digital book, something for them to watch, to listen, to read, right? And they now know you and they want a deeper connection with you. This is where you're taking a prospect and turning them into a potential. This is where you're taking somebody who's interest and deepening the connection, taking them from a cold audience to a warm audience. This is where you help them make decisions. This is where you get them from knowing you to liking you, just like a first date. You guys had an amazing first date. Now, this is where you ask them to go out with you on a second date. Most people stop here. Most people have amazing first dates, but they don't ask the person on a second date to deepen the relationship, deepen the connection. This is when you start building a list. This is where you then start nurturing the list. This is where you deepen the connection, build upon the relationship that was just started. So you have a lead conversion offer problem. Fourth, one of my mentors says, an offer that you don't make is an offer they cannot take. So the fourth problem is you have a client acquisition offer problem. This is where clients you've deepened the connection. They actually like you, right? And they actually want you, kind of like a relationship. You're on this amazing second date and you're driving home. You feel it. You feel like she likes you. You feel like she wants you. And you're getting that same vibe that you want her as well. You like her as well. But then yet you're scared to make that first move, right? Just like when I had a relationship with deepened relationship with my wife, who's been with me now for 20 years, right? I knew that she wanted me. I liked her. I knew that she liked me and she wanted me and I wanted her. What did I do? I leaned in to give her a kiss. I made my move. Same thing there with your clients, right? When you know that it's the right fit, right? Then this is where you make your offer. This is where you help them go from potential to participant. You're helping them. You've deepened the relationship. You're helping them make a decision. This is where you make them an offer and you're inviting them to take action, kind of like relationship. This is where you actually lean in to give her a kiss. So if you're not, you have a money problem right now, it's because you're not making offers, right? You're not making your move. You have a client acquisition offer problem. Okay. Then the fifth is, I believe that selling is one of the ways. Making offers is the very first step to achieving the results that you want, generating the revenue you want, building the wealth that you want. But it's sales wise, it's just not about making sales. It's about making margins. So you have a client ascension number one offer problem. And what does that mean? Well, there are people out there, and I was one of them as well. At my beginning stages of my business, I was making offers. I was actually acquiring clients. I was selling, right? But the margins were too low. And it's not about making sales. It's about making margins. This is where one of the first offers that we make for our clients on client acquisition is a low ticket offer to one of our immersions or one of our challenges, which is a low ticket, $297. That is a front end offer. And that is not where you're going to build a company. That is not where you're going to build a sustainable business or even get rich, right? Your front end offer most of the time it's the lowest barrier of entry to start working with you, right? So people come to our immersions, come to our challenges, and this is where we give them a lower ticket for them to say, you know what, this is an easy decision, right? I'm not committing to a $10,000, $15,000, $25,000, $100,000 offer yet. And plus, especially the way that we guaranteed, if for those who come to our immersion or our challenge, we say, you're going to get a 10 times better than money back guarantee. What that means is if they purchase a ticket for $297, our guarantee is that if they don't feel like they receive 10 times the value by the end of the immersion or by the end of the challenge, they can actually request 100% of their money back, right? We've never gotten a request back yet. Why? Because we know that we're going to deliver even more than 10 times, right? So it's an easy decision. Now, your client ascension one offer problem is your back end offer. This is where your margins are. This is where you really, truly build a business. So using an example of, let's say you run Facebook ads, right? So you get people to buy a ticket to your challenge or your immersion like us. We might spend $600 to get that client to register per client, but yet our ticket is only $297. So now that front end offer, we generate revenue, but it did not cover the ticket, right, per registrant, right? So that means that we have to make up that, we have to replenish what we paid to get that client in the seat, right? So, because we spent more than the actual ticket. So that's where your back-end offer comes in. That's where your client ascension number one comes in, just like us. When we spend a full day at our immersion with our clients, or 5 days at our challenge, this is where we then make our $10,000 offer, which is our lower tier ticket offer right now, right? So $10,000 offer. So if somebody purchased that and we spent, let's say $3,000 to get 10 people in the room with us, and let's assume that we got 10%, only one person out of 10 purchased our $10,000 offer, that means that we have achieved what we call a 3x return, a return on our ad spend, a ROAS, right? ROAS. So we got a 3x return on our ROAS because we spent $3,000 to get them in the room, and then 10% purchase, one person purchased our $10,000 back-end offer. That means we got a 3x return on our ROAS. So again, you don't have a money problem, you have a client ascension number one problem, right? That's offer problem. And then number 6 is you have a premium value, or what we call a client ascension number 2 problem. So client ascension number 1, you can call it as like a high ticket offer, right? A back end offer problem. Client ascension number 2 is a premium value offer problem. So for example, with us, when our clients purchase our $10,000 offer, the result, the payoff that we want to help them achieve is to build a 100K month business, right? To get to 100Ks. And once they get there, then we make them a mastermind offer to ascend to our $50,000 offer, which then is designed to get them to 100K months, consistently 100K months, to work with us for a full year to get to 100K months, right? So they achieve the first payoff with our high ticket, a client ascension number 1, and then they've generated 100K. They spent $10,000 investment to get that 100K. And then now our job is to say, hey, we want to show you how to get to 100K months consistently every single month to build a 7-figure business. So we make them a $50,000 offer, or a $100,000 offer if some people want to go to that offer to actually work with us on a one-on-one level. That is more of a selective offer. So we only work with a handful of people at $100,000, right? So those are our client ascension number 2 offers. So again, you don't have a money problem, you have an offer problem, right? And then the 4th, the last 7th is you have a client retention offer problem. And this is where if you don't have continuity, you don't really have a business, right? So you got to have continuity. This is where our $10,000 offer, our $50,000 offer, as well as our $100,000 offer is actually a retention offer as well. It's a 12-month offer, so they can actually renew at the end of each 12 months. And we encourage them. And most importantly, our goal is help them get the results, because once they get the results, why would they not want to renew, right? That's the goal. So you got to have a retention offer as well. So again, my friends, these 7 things that I just shared with you will change your life. So build your business based on that. It's a relationship model. Take your clients on a journey with you. Build out all 7 of these offers, and that will solve all your money problems. Again, you don't have a money problem. You have an offer problem.